Hi you guys, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel and happy Foundation Friday. Today we are going to do a little bit of another high-end foundation. Not as high as the one we have done previously, but one that I have been super interested in for a very long time, and I wanted to share that with you. So if you want to know more about that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, little notification bell, and let's do it. All right, so you guys, this foundation I've seen hardly anything really talked about, but I have noticed it several times when I am in store. It is the Givenchy, I'm gonna butcher this, Matissime? Okay. It's the Velvet Radiant Mattifying Fluid Foundation SPF 20. So I am on this kick on not being excessive with makeup purchases and being more strategic, because there's no reason why I need to have 12 different million foundations to share with you great reviews of amazing foundations, and I want to buy the ones that truly work for me. And I hope to impose upon this on you as well. Get samples as much as you possibly can, try them out. They're very generous samples, so you can really see if this is going to work for you. So when you do invest in a foundation, because no matter what foundation you're using, especially when it's coming from an Ulta or Sephora or Nordstrom's or something like that, it's a pretty hefty price tag. So that's what I did. I got a little sample of this Givenchy foundation in number 4. Now let me tell you a little bit about this foundation. It's a medium to sheer coverage, which is great because I love that kind of finish. It is for normal to combination skin. It has a satin matte, radiant, and natural finish. I don't know how that is possible, because that means that that contradicts everything. But basically it says, a matte foundation that is inspired by the feel and comfort of velvet that's straight from the runways. Basically, it mattifies the complexion instantly with a long-lasting hold while keeping the skin balanced and allowing it to breathe. Dual mattifying technology instantly instantly imparts a matte effect, and the airy structure of silica microspheres optimizes the absorption of excess sebum and moisture while allowing the skin to breathe. So I do like that they're using silica. I'm gonna look into the ingredients right now, but that means that silica is the, in my opinion, better version of dimethicone, or safer for the skin. So that is fantastic. It also refines, protects, and evens out your skin tone. The foundation is enriched with black cumin oil, which is renowned for its purifying benefits and helps protect the skin and reveal its pure beauty. So that basically means that it's good for acneic skin. That's what this is saying. It has purifying qualities to it. And then it also says on application, burnet, ginger, and cinnamon extracts help tighten the pores, which is interesting because pores can't really be tightened unless they're cleaned out, and then that's a very, time-consuming process. Small imperfections are concealed, and the appearance of pores is reduced. All right, so it's all about like radiant, matte, poreless skin. It's formulated without parabens, which is fantastic. Suggested usage: fingertip application. Apply with your fingertips to the middle part of the face, spread outwards over your neck. Makeup blender application. Apply the desired amount of foundation on a damp sponge if needed. Remove excess product with a tissue. Apply to face. Blah, 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 blah. So they must have their own sponge. So let me see. All right. So it doesn't have ingredients on here, which is interesting because usually Sephora does. And it looks like it's a Sephora exclusive. And this is actually their new foundation from Givenchy. This is a newer launch for them. Oh, Neiman Marcus has it. So that's good. So you can get it there as well. Okay, so unfortunately, it looks like there are no ingredients anywhere. So I can't tell you if alcohol is the second ingredient or anything of that nature, but it does say it has silica in it, which really hopefully leads me to think that it is more silica-based and then dimethicone. So if you guys actually can find the ingredients anywhere, put them in the description box so we can, as a community, know what's in the foundation. So again, I have done number 4. And it does have a pretty fragrant scent, nothing too, you know, too crazy. But, you know, for me, I'm not turned off by scents. It doesn't bother my skin. But if it does bother yours, it might be something to consider. All right, so I know it says fingertips, but I'm going in with a sponge because it is a matte foundation and I want to give it a little bit of luminosity. You know what I might do? I might do like half of my face with the sponge and half with my fingers and see how matte we can get it. So it goes on very beautifully. It is definitely more of that medium coverage. I would actually say this is like a high light coverage. And I will mention that the foundation color selection, Givenchy needs to really step it up because there's not very many. But they do have some yellow-based foundation colors, which is awesome. I'm just going in with a little bit more. So that's really pretty, isn't it? That's gorgeous. I wouldn't say that this is super matte. It feels very lightweight on the skin, very lightweight. I'm just going to put a little bit on the skin and then use my fingers. Ooh, that's kind of a lot. Let's see. Okay, so you definitely get more coverage, obviously, when using your fingers because there's nothing to dilute the product. A little bit goes a long way this way. All right, so if you have more oily skin, I definitely would go in with your hands. And I actually love that they are recommending using your hands because if I made a foundation, I mean, I'm not making a foundation, but if I ever did, I would suggest using it with your hands or a sponge for sure. I think it's beautiful. It's definitely more of that medium coverage, light to medium coverage. I think it's very pretty on the skin. What do you guys think? See how this side's a little, well, I guess not really in the camera. In real life, this one does look a little bit more dewy than this one. I didn't get like a ton more coverage using my hands, but it definitely gave me a little bit more fuller coverage than the other side with the sponge. Okay, gorgeous. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set my face, put my concealer on and all of that good stuff, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so my makeup is all on. It went on beautifully over this foundation, but I will say that it has looked a little bit heavier as I powdered. I just used a little bit of setting powder, and I gave it a very healthy dose of my Too Faced setting spray because it was definitely becoming more matte. So it feels really weightless on the skin. I want to see how it wears. I definitely think I could be a number 3. Number 4 is a touch dark for me, but let's go out in natural light so you guys can see it. So this is in absolutely natural daylight. I think it looks really pretty on the skin, very kind of flawless. But again, you know, in real light, I can see that it's a little touch dark for me, but it is kind of flawless. So let's see how this wears and we'll get back to you. Hi loves, so it is super late. This foundation has been on for about 10 hours and it has gotten a little bit shiny on me, but I don't mind that. I think it actually looks really pretty. I did douse this with a good amount of setting spray by Too Faced, and so obviously that's going to lead to a little bit more hydrated skin, but I think it wore gorgeously. I'm kind of impressed with this foundation. It definitely, when I looked up close after I really kind of saw that first check-in, I really looked up close and it definitely was that kind of light to medium coverage that a lot of people are looking for. So a lot of you guys don't want, or some of you guys don't want super light coverage, but they don't want super heavy coverage. So this might be something to look into. You know me, I'm all about samples. I'm all about trying stuff out before you buy it. So go into your nearest store that has this. I got it from my Sephora, and see if it's something that you might like. Again, I think it's really beautiful. It's a very interesting formula, and boy do I love that they're using silica. And again, I'm assuming that it's in place of silicone. So if that's the truth, please let me know. And if it is, I'm blown away and super excited. I really might look into purchasing this one if that is the truth. So yeah, so I hope you guys found this informative. It might be something that you guys are really looking for. The price tag is much better than our last video we were talking about. And I'll put the price down below as I'm speaking about this because I forgot to look at the moment. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are having a great Friday and enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, you guys.